How do you know which ID camps you should pick in order to play college soccer? So there's a couple factors I want you to keep in mind. I want to show you at the end of this video a cool tool that I have built, a customized AI system that will actually tell you which camps you should go to based off of the responses you receive, which enables you to really pick out the best camps. I'll show you that at the end of the video. Having said that, the first thing I want you to keep in mind when you're talking about ID camps is it really matters how old you are. If you are between 8th and 10th grade without knowing your exact situation, typically going to mass ID camps is the move. Masters, 60, Future 500, ID2 Sports. These are great camps to go to when you're in 8th to 10th grade because one, college coaches can see you and you can get an idea of what level is realistic for you by asking the coaches what level should I aim for. That's number one. Number two is when you go to these camps, if you're an exceptional level for your age, the coach will be like, wow, you're really good. Now I know who you are. I'm going to keep track of you during this process. And if you're a high-level MLS Next or ECNL player by 8th, 9th, 10th grade, you should be going to those camps like a maniac, like 2 to 3 a year for sure. Which ones you go to, it can depend. But top academic, Masters, Future 500, ID2 Sports, those are really the best ones. I would avoid Exact and anything that's abroad, I would not recommend those. Now, the more important factor is when you go to those camps, and 8th to 10th grade, the coaches will say to you, this was really great to know you, send us video, keep us updated with your schedule. You've started the first, imagine you're painting a wall and you have to paint it literally with a toothbrush. You dip it in paint and then you put the paint in the wall. That's all you've done. You've taken a little bit of paint, you have a lot more wall to cover, but at least you've gotten the very first drop started. And then building on the next drop and next drop, it gets easier and easier. So that's why it's so important to start super early. And coaches love to see progression. So if you're like, I'm not really sure if I'm the level, you're not going to ruin your chances of playing at Georgetown or Duke if you suck at the camp. You're going to go, wow, this is what the level requires. Coach noticed me, didn't notice me, but now I know as a human, therefore I need to grow. And as long as you grow, the coach will go, oh, wow, you've been coming since you were 12, 13 years old. You've improved a lot. I bet you'll improve a lot again. You know what? Here's an offer when you're a junior. Here's an offer when you're a sophomore. And therefore, here's a bunch of money because the money is available earlier. So the 90% of the top 25 schools make their offers to their best kids on June 15th, between June 15th and June 30th of their sophomore year going into their junior year. How do they do that? Well, obviously they've been watching those kids since they were in 8th, 9th grade and they're the best. And they know them because they're very good and because they've been watching them for so long. So like one of our students who's at Duke and the other one at Vermont, they all committed early on because they were really good, but the coaches knew who they were. So in saying that, that's the camps to go to in 8th to 10th grade. Once you hit 11th grade, totally different scenario. In 11th grade, if you go to any of those mass ID camps I mentioned, all that's really going to happen is the coach is going to go, it was really nice to see you. Could you come to our individual camp? And you're going to feel like this was a waste of time and you're going to feel like you're running out of time, especially if you're talking about junior year going into senior year. That summer, if you want to go to a top academic, you are screwed if you start then because they are done recruiting in July and August of your junior year. So if you're playing MLS Next or ECNL and you are playing and you are a junior with great grades, then what I would tell you is you would go to individual camps. And there's two ways to do that. One is it's a dream school, so you go. SMU's your dream school. Go to the camp with interest, without it. You got to go. It's a dream school. A lot of you guys hate on ID camps. ID camps are amazing. If you didn't get the opportunity to literally pay money to then just play in front of your dream school, that's amazing. What if you could play in front of Chelsea tomorrow? Would you pay the money? Absolutely. So, and if you don't like Chelsea, you can pick Arsenal or Manchester City or Real Madrid or Barcelona. But if you could pay money to play in front of Barcelona coaches and get a true look, you'd probably do it. That's exactly what the college coaches are doing. Now, if you're not the level and you go to SMU, then you're going to feel like it's a waste of time. So that's why it's important earlier in your life you figure out if it's realistic for you. And you want to get feedback from the coaches directly. If they literally tell you, we're really interested, please come to camp, you should go to the camp. Because the chance of them seeing you to showcase, the chance of them watching all your videos that you send, and you do have to send 4 to 6 videos a year, it's unlikely. But getting seen at the camp, if they think you're good and they know your backstory, then you have a much more chance of getting recruited. In my own case, I went to 30 ID camps. 30. Okay, that's freaking insane. Probably a record. And the reason I went to so many was because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't know the process. But going to those 30 camps, I got a ton of interest because I was good. And I was playing JV soccer as a junior in high school. And they would ask me, what club team do you play for? And I was not playing for the highest level of club teams at the time. And they'd be like, yeah, but we've seen you at the camp 3 times. We think you're good. Don't care about your club coach. That's why camps are so important. Which is then to say, the option really is, as a junior, you need genuine invitations. So in 8th to 10th grade, I would get genuine invitations to D3 schools, and you should go to one D3, one D1, and one mass camp. So there's your 3 camps. For the juniors and seniors, you got to go to genuine invites only or dream schools only. And if you go into Division 1 camps cold, you've missed the boat already. You cannot be going to those cold. Even if you're MLS Next or ECNL, you have to go with genuine interest beforehand, which comes through emailing and video. Now, I want to show you this really cool tool I mentioned. So in order to help my students pick out which ID camps to go to, what we do is I've built this proprietary AI system that allows us to pick out, this is my website, you guys already saw that, allows me to pick out where they should go to camp. So what we do is we'll pick any major depending on what they want. We'll click select all. I'll click write emails, and of course this is the first email, so dear #coach, #genuine, and then the system will connect to your personal Gmail account, so it never says CollegeSoccerGuy, it's just the AI system. Click preview, it will automatically write something, the coach's name, to each individual coach, so all these coaches will get their own email. Green mean we wrote something genuine. Then it writes the genuine aspect, then you would put in the template. If you're not sure what template to use, we provide most of those templates to you. If you're a senior or if you're a junior and it's before a showcase, this is the template. Obviously, the parts in red you have to change. And voila, you can now send a lot of emails at once. Then the beauty is you start receiving emails. So this is my personal email account, and it will start looking at your emails that you have, which is obviously super freaking epic. And then what it will do is it will take these emails and it will automatically categorize it into your pipeline, and it will categorize it as genuine, generic, etc. And by doing generic, genuine, etc., it will then also, we will be able to read the emails with you when you're working with us, and we can determine if it was genuine or not. See, this one says genuine, this one says generic. The way we do that is we can read the emails, and the system will already know. And this little robot will tell you, if you ask it, is this a genuine or generic email? It knows the answer because it's copied every generic email it's ever received because I've submitted it. I've trained the AI. So is this genuine? Yes, it is genuine. Here's how you should respond. It will tell you how to respond, this AI robot. If you want this robot, all you have to do is go to this website, which I could put the link in the description probably. You scroll down to the bottom, and it will give you the AI system, and you can purchase the AI if you want to. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more help, give me a call. Links in the bio. Talk soon.